Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. This time we're on episode 36. So before anything, I'd just like to say I've been pretty sick this week. This is the first day I've actually been able to somewhat talk. I don't know if I have COVID or whatever, or Omicron or whatever. I just have a really sore throat to the point that tonight is Saturday night, and tonight is the first time I can actually somewhat talk. I might be a little bit less talkative in this episode than normal because it's straining, and frankly, I don't know if this is a good idea to even record this. You can tell my voice is giving out on me, so I'm gonna do my best. I've never been able to not post on a Sunday for 36 weeks that I've been doing this now, which, you know, it's actually quite a lot. It's more than half a year at this point, so I'm pretty proud of my record. I think only once or twice I even delayed a Sunday post, so I'm going to do what I can, even if it's not the healthiest or best idea. I'm going to do what I can to make sure I give you guys the episode on Sunday as always. So hopefully you guys can understand that if I'm talking a little bit less, or there's a little bit less this episode, I'll make it up to you sometime later, I promise, but just bear with me for now. So from the last episode, we had Ed spill the beans to Olivier, and Kimberly and everyone else are now at the Wall of Briggs, and they're going to do some sort of crazy infiltration thing. There's going to be some sort of event that's going to happen at the Wall of Briggs. Everyone's in on it now. Everyone kind of knows what's going on. So in all honesty, I'm just ready for things to start going down here soon. And it's good to know that Olivier is on Ed's side this time around. I really don't want to talk too much more because my voice is already starting to feel it. Let's start the episode. Oh hey, we're back with Hohenheim.
Gianni, Collins, Tony, Willard, Ripley, MacDial.
What's he doing? Who's he naming?
Me, but I have to use you.
Whoa, what is he doing? Family Portrait, episode 36. He just named a bunch of people and said I have to use you. What does that mean? You have souls inside of him or something?
You can hug them, you know. They are your sons.
I don't want the monster to spread.
Please. If it could spread that way, don't you think I would have caught it a long time ago?
So what's going on with him?
I got this body. I've seen a lot of death. But I always tried to think about it as part of the flow of the larger world. That made it easier somehow. And each time I encountered something new and wondrous, it seemed right that I'd accepted this body and kept on living. For a long time, that was enough.
It's gonna give us so much to talk about, and I'm just not gonna be able to do it.
Together we created two sons. Now it's different. I don't get any older. My sons age and grow before my eyes. And suddenly I'm terrified. I'm realizing that I really am a monster.
Okay.
Dear, come here a minute.
So we kind of already knew that he doesn't age. That's a thing we've been knowing.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
A photographer?
Yes, let's fix you up.
This is the family picture.
Family picture.
That's pretty short notice.
Episode title as well. Oh, Al is so small. Like the size of his foot.
Here, you hold Ed, all right?
Sure.
He didn't want to touch him before, but now he's doing it.
You can go ahead.
He's holding him like a teddy bear.
Good.
Okay, look right here. And hold still, please.
What does it mean to touch them,
What
I
you
wonder?
don't see, dear. No matter what, we're always a family. So even if you're scared, don't try distancing yourself from us. And one other thing, too. Stop calling yourself a monster. It's not true.
Wow.
Say cheese, everyone.
She's awesome. She's so good. I can see why they all loved her so much.
Smile, dear.
Oh, I was about to say we've never seen his face in that photo before because it's always covered up. That's oh, that's pretty touching.
I want to be with Trisha and the boys. To grow old and die with them.
Okay, remember a long time ago, I had a crackpot theory that he kind of wanted to die.
That bastard.
And that seems like it maybe that was onto something there. Also, Well, it's not that he wants to die. He just wants to age along with them. He doesn't want to be immortal anymore.
Do it.
So one other thing I want to add to this is he said something along the lines of, ever since I got this body. And I'm wondering if maybe this body that he has now, the Hohenheim that we see, is it modeled after father? So Hohenheim himself, or Ed's dad, this isn't like what he truly was or his true form. He's just more of a copy of father. Father's like the true bad guy. You know what I'm trying to say here? Because, you know, we have this mystery of why does Hohenheim and father look so similar? And I thought maybe it was father that copied off of Hohenheim, but I think it might be the other way around. After all, it might be Hohenheim that copied off of father. I don't really have anything to substantiate that just yet, but it's a working theory. And I figure at this point, I'm doing so well with all my theories in this series so far. I mean, like, I've missed a few of them, but you know, I made just a complete guess theory a while back. Well, based off a little bit of evidence, but I had the idea that, like, you know, Hohenheim doesn't seem to love his immortality or never aging thing he's got going on here, and that seems to have some sort of truth. It seems to hold some sort of water. So I'm just gonna say everything I'm thinking, just so you know, at least it's out there.
I haven't ever been able to do much for the boys, but I can at least do this.
We've seen throughout the show that even though he's kind of cold, he does care about them.
Away. Wait here for me.
Okay.
Is this where they make their promise?
Don't tell the children. I don't want them to know about my body.
Right. Sure you don't want me to wake them?
I can't bear to look at their faces.
Silly man. It's okay for you to cry.
This show really does paint him as like the bad guy for a long time, but it's really plain to see that he's not a bad guy.
You two boys are up early. What are you doing out of bed?
And it tries to confuse you by having father, but
And of course his big brother took care of him. Thanks a lot, little man.
and because we see this story through like Ed and Al's point of view, he's the father that left him, you know, so it's easy to look at him in a bad light. He's gotta harden himself. Yep. We always see him by a campfire too, which is, I don't know if there's like symbolism for that, but
Just a little while longer.
there's so many scenes of him sitting by a fire. And now we get the opening. Yeah, we didn't start off with one. We're probably coming up to the 4th opening soon. And if I remember from the opening reaction video I did back last July, it was the 4th opening. It was my favorite song-wise. I've listened to the songs a few times since, and I still think I stand by that. So far, I would say my rating goes, I don't know if I like the first or second one more. The first one's like a classic, but the second one's just really good too. And I think I put the 4th above those two. I don't know where I rank the 5th yet, because I only heard it like once or twice. I don't know it very well at all. This one's good. It's just not as good as the other ones to me. It's still good though. It's grown on me a lot.
What is it?
Animals have good senses. They know something's up. Fan out. Takes 2 steps to the left and to the right. You're in a tunnel, dude. Can't really do much. What the hell is this? Oh my god. It was like the eye from the portal. What the hell was that?
Would you be interested in a
You're-
legion of immortal soldiers?
He took the bait.
Was that like greed or no, not greed. Sorry, I meant sloth. Was that like sloth's ability maybe? Or something else?
What is to kill you? Oh, it's just such an incredible question. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, she's no
Well, are
maiden.
you interested?
She
or
doesn't
not?
like that sort of
There are
stuff.
Only 2 answers.
It is intriguing. Can you tell me, General, on the day when this dream comes true, will my men share
She's
in the
got
gift as well? Or is it only
A nice
for me?
voice
I can tell you when the
when
time
she
comes.
talks.
Does
like
that
that.
mean there are no guarantees until then? And if I refuse, I'll just be swapped out for some other pawn. Probably demoted.
At least she has the awareness of the situation, right? She can have proper grounds to think things through. A lot of times people make bad decisions because they just don't know what can happen.
Buccaneer, what are you doing? Prisoner transfer, sir.
Is this the first time Ed and Kimberly have met?
May I ask who this is?
This is Mr. Zolf J. Kimberly. He's General Raven's honored guest.
Kimberly, the Crimson Alchemist. Wait, did you say the Elric brothers? You mean the Fullmetal Alchemist? I see. Now I understand your nickname. Oh, it's this one. If one more person makes that mistake! Nice to meet you. I've heard much about the Fullmetal Alchemist.
You're running out of people to make that mistake, Ed.
Well,
Yeah, they don't know anything about each other. Like, two of the main players in the whole game, they just don't know.
We lost all contact with the advanced team that was sent down to search the tunnel. Shortly after, Smith's horse returned. It came back with what we assume was his arm.
Just his arm. Where's the rest?
It's still missing, sir. And his horse can't lead us back. It's too terrified to be of any use.
Yeah, there's
Pencil.
something whole
Get a rest
different
of your
going on
I'm
here,
afraid you can't do that,
seems.
General Armstrong. See, I know Northern law. Obey strength and obey the power. Isn't that the way it works?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Why is Raven so evil? Why did that one guy paint Raven to be such like a stand-up good guy? He said like, if anybody will help you, it's Raven. What happened to Raven?
From His Excellency.
He's so different than what we've heard
Appears you've been good
initially.
boys.
is it part of whatever you're planning to? If they find out.
Again, you don't need to worry.
I was gonna say, if
I've
anybody will
already
tell you,
spoken
I'll
with the
be
General.
Loose
He's
Lip
going to
Raven.
Put the homunculus back underground and seal up the tunnel's opening. General Armstrong's on our side now, Fullmetal.
Hey, good acting.
General, aren't we going to go in and search for the missing team?
Quiet, Henschel.
We can't just abandon them down there. They still may need our help.
I said be quiet.
Yeah, they don't need your help anymore.
Quiet and obey.
Obey the one who holds the power. They call her the impregnable northern wall of Briggs, but even she yields to authority. Well, that certainly is the wisest approach.
I mean, I feel like Kimberly would like this style of leadership. What up, Sloth?
Oh, so that's the monster.
Yeah, I would not want to be nearby when he wakes up. Like, I wouldn't want to be the guy
Well,
driving
good
the
morning,
cart.
Sloth. Did you have a good rest?
How are you? I'm still sleepy.
You'd best wake up. There's still a lot of work to be done here. Pride explained it to you now, didn't he?
Pride.
I guess. What a pain. Oh well.
Does what happened underground
Choice.
have something to do with Pride, then? We've only heard Pride mentioned like once before.
I forget. Why is it a pain again? Too much of a pain to remember.
So close this hole and guard our secret. I'm counting on you, soldiers. It's people like you who make this country what it is.
Why don't you just push Raven in the hole and shut it up? What's Raven gonna do? Maybe Raven's like faking the whole time, but I doubt it. He seems pretty fucked.
If Scar were here, he might be able to read it. He was an Ishvalan monk, so he might know their ancient writing.
And we haven't seen Scar in a second either.
Where is he? Could something bad have happened to him?
He's good. Don't worry, he actually destroyed Kimberly.
The girl with the black and white cat. Right, let's go.
Too easy. Hey, speak of the devil and he shall appear. What up, Scar?
Mr. Scar! Mr. Yoki!
Did you find the research notes?
Yeah, they're right here!
We need to relocate. The Brick soldiers know where we are.
Those guys are gonna actually die out in that cold. Just face down in the snow. Knocked out.
Those who aren't chosen, will they be sacrificed for those who are?
Yes, the survival of the fittest. The weak will become the foundation of the country. And
It's
the
not what
strong
she-
will take their rightful place on top.
You've got a little
Is that what
twisted
happened in Ishval?
on what her
Indeed,
philosophy
They
is.
were part of the plan. They were weak and deserved to perish for the good of their betters.
And you know, whole anime villain.
Is that right? No, I'll take care of it. Okay.
Fucking light Yagami.
You were seriously injured and near death, and then the same day you show up here totally recovered. What sort of magic can do that?
That information is none of your business.
Another thing, you were imprisoned for killing officers. Why would they release you?
Do I have to say it again?
Miles,
It's none of your business.
so brave to a foolish extent.
When did all of this?
Kimberly is the last person you
From what I
push.
hear, when the country was first founded, and now my generation shall preside over its completion. I'm grateful for your assistance. You're a true servant to your country.
She's looking
I'll
forward to
speak with my superiors
beating his
about preparing a
ass.
seat for you.
There's no need.
What's that?
Thank you. Oh, get him all the way.
Which arm did Smith lose in the tunnel? The left or right?
Wait, what are you?
Growing old is truly terrifying, isn't it? You would know, General. Before you became so afraid of your own mortality, I'm sure long ago you had an earnest love for your country.
You can't! You were going to be one of the chosen ones! You would have been one of us!
I don't need a new seat for you. You're going to lose the one your moldy ass has clung to for too long. Right about now, Raven! You old traitor!
Good shit. So deserved. Screw this guy.
But immortality was right before our eyes!
General,
I mean, it still
you
is
are
before a
among
lot
the
of people,
weak
just
who
not
become the
yours.
foundation for this country, literally.
Oh, I see.
To be immortal.
The foundation. Good one.
Now that that's done, get in touch with Major Miles.
Sir.
The rest
When I said
of
she
you,
looked
we
forward to
have work
kicking his
do.
ass, I didn't mean that fast.
I want that concrete nice and level.
Right!
You're not a fan of me, are you, Major? Is it because I was a state alchemist, one of the ones who served in the Ishvalan War of Extermination? What information can I give you to make you happier? Do you want to know about the war, about how your countrymen died in it?
Shut your mouth, Kimberly.
What, you don't want me to tell you?
I said to shut up!
Major, may I have a moment with you?
Man, Miles,
I have a message
you
for
scare me,
from the
dude.
General.
She says operation complete. No need to buy more time.
Roger that.
Is it gonna be Kimberly versus
I'm not
Briggs
stuck
now?
talking to that guy anymore. If anything happens to the general,
I, for one, would welcome it. If anything bad should happen to General Raven, then I have permission to act in whatever way that I see fit. That decision came down from the Fuhrer himself. Now, perhaps you could provide me with a car to drive me down the mountain.
Yes.
You should act quickly. It's in your best interest, I promise. Right now, orders from me are tantamount to orders from the Fuhrer.
Yeah.
Please wait, General Armstrong.
That might have backfired a little bit.
Smith and the others before we seal it.
Full Metal saw this coming, so he made us this secret passage into the tunnel.
So far, so good, though. I don't know if you would...
Killed him?
I don't know if you want to go down there.
Yep, and that was all I was ordered to tell you.
Hey, wait a minute!
Yeah, you want to let them out? Hello? There's no reason to keep them in there.
We should just rest for now.
I can't just sit around while all this is going on. I need to do something.
I guess you have to have those, like, separators on their arms, otherwise they could just, you know...
Hi, afternoon, boys. I was hoping that I might have a word with the Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh, don't tell me that you have some reason to dislike me, too. You should be grateful I brought a visitor with me to see you. A visitor?
Why did you come here?
Why? Why do you think? You have to adjust your automail for the north, don't you?
Did not expect
What are you
that
doing
at
in
all.
that cell?
Don't be so hard on her, you two.
Oh, no.
The Fuhrer was concerned about you. He
Oh,
wanted to make
no.
sure you were taken care of.
Hey, Winry, you want to pick up on the signal? You want to pick up from their facial expressions and reaction that it might not be a good thing that you're here? Not that they don't like you, you know, but...
Kimberly.
Yes, I heard about it from a friend of mine who's working as a nurse at the base of the mountain. She said he was admitted with serious injuries, but after General Raven came to visit, he recovered right away.
You know what that means.
Raven and Kimberly.
That's all the information I have for now.
Thanks a lot. Tell me if you hear anything else.
It was really nice seeing you.
Buy yourself some nice new jewelry with that.
Nice. That's not much to go on. A bouquet of flowers might help you next time.
Yeah, I'm better off without her. But thanks anyway.
When one woman leaves you, another may find you. I have a message for you from Olivier Mira Armstrong. Colonel Roy Mustang, right?
I'll take every flower you have in that cart.
There we go. Yeah, get Roy in on it. Although, will his how effective will his flames be in the north?
In the most unexpected forms. Young man,
I kind of want to listen to this for once.
cast them off, free yourself of fear, and reveal the identity of the enemy. Next time on Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 37, The First Homunculus.
Ooh.
Artifice
Cool.
and intimidation. They may be the key to your success.
Interesting. I don't normally watch those, but I don't know. I was just so intrigued at what, I don't know. I just did it, okay? Just leave me alone, okay? I'm gonna watch the next episode soon enough anyway. So now Kimberly has full authorization by Bradley to do whatever he wants now that Raven's dead. I'm glad Raven died, for the record. He was just kind of a scumbag. It was kind of weird how he was set up to initially be like, oh, this is a guy that you can trust because he loves his country, and like if anybody is a good guy, still it's him. But I guess that was just kind of symbolic to say, well, nobody's really a good guy anymore. Kimberly and Ed meeting for the first time is interesting because what we know about both of them just really is just so much different from what they know about of each other, because they don't really know each other that much. They have no idea what their roles in the story are and how much they've gone through, and you know what I'm trying to say. And on top of that, Kimberly brings Winry with him. Winry now being so love-struck and in her feels for Ed that she can no longer see that his reaction isn't his typical tsundere, you know, like, oh, why is Winry here? But maybe something a little more alarming, maybe something a little more serious than that. And then we have that whole mess of everything going on in the tunnels. We have some sort of black, like, aura or something that came along through the tunnel, stabbed everybody. It had, like, mouths and eyes. It kind of reminded me of the eye of the, you know, of the gate of the portal, but it seems different. And Raven mentioned a sloth. That sloth got orders from Pride, that Pride explained it to him. So maybe that has something to do with it. And the fact that I saw the small little preview and it said the next episode is titled The First Homunculus makes me wonder if we're going to get introduced to Pride in the next episode. Pride is the only homunculus up to this point that we've never met, and I have not, I mean, as far as I know, I was never introduced to any of the other homunculus as the first homunculus. So unless it's going to be something about a different one, I don't think it's going to be about Bradley, because they already established that Bradley was a newer one, because Old Greed, before Lingreed, did not know who Bradley was. So yeah, there's a lot there. And we also have Roy getting some more information. Maybe Roy's going to take a trip up north and get in on the action. I'm also wondering how Scar and Roy are going to get along. I mean, obviously Scar has a vengeance because of everything that happened in the Ishval War, but maybe Scar can put that aside so that they can team up against Kimberly, because Kimberly is going to be a crazy destructive force, because, you know, it's kind of like, yeah, he's a really, really strong alchemist, and that much is clear, but he also has not one, but he has 2 Philosopher's Stones. I don't know if there's gonna be a benefit of having 2 over 1, but maybe he can just do twice the amount of alchemy at once. I don't know. The guy's gonna be a crazy strong force that I don't think anybody there is really gonna deal with. As far as we know, that Olivier doesn't even necessarily use alchemy, which is strange. Like, she might, but we have not seen it yet. She's just got her sword. Unless I'm mistaken, maybe the guy with the like crazy automail arm is different, but has anybody in the north that we've seen so far actually used alchemy? Not that I can actually recall. So maybe that makes sense why she's the strongest out there even without automail. But in comparison to everybody that has alchemy, that would probably make them a lot weaker. I don't know. I can feel my throat about to give out, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Sorry if it wasn't as discussion or talking heavy. I really just wanted to get it out to you guys, and I did my best. So I will see you all in the next episode. Later.